Alright, let's start. I'm going to solve Kth largest element in a stream. Hold up. Actually, it's been a long time since I last solved the late code problem. I was a bit busy with other stuff. But since I have time right now, so I'm going to resume. And let me turn on the lights. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to move to, what was it, develop? Okay, and lead code directory. And now I'm at the different branch. Hold on, let me check what I'm doing. Kth Largest Element in our stream. So I actually did something without recording it. So let me show you what I did. I actually solved the problem just like this, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to remove this file and start it over again. So next thing I want to do is let me check status. There's nothing, so I'm going to check out main, and then let's pull to see if there's any changes. And yes, indeed there was. I'm going to create another branch from here. Check out -b problem. Kth largest element in a stream. Let me verify. Problem / Kth largest element in a stream. Looking good. So I'm going to create a file called step1, in which I'm going to go ahead and Brew does its own thing, and let me make it bigger for you. Yeah, I think it's good, big enough. And alright, let's put it here. And as this comment says, my objective Kth largest element will be instantiated called as such. Alright, so I'm going to say if name, hold up, if name equals to main then what's going on? I want to hold on. V and insert. Alright, something is wrong. V insert. What? That's weird. Insert visual line and then insert. What? Hold on. Vim visual block insert. think I need to reopen the Google Chrome, as it may not seem to be working. And then Vim visual block insert. Yeah. What is going on? All right. Shift I. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Visual block. All right. Let me do something else. For example, visual. And then insert this. No. After selecting a block of text, block of text. I'm not sure why it is not duplicating what I am writing. Vim is completely broken for some reasons. I will detect the web progress and Vim enter commands for okay, because there's okay, something has to do something in the Vim init file has to do with the error. I'm not going to go deep in it. All right. Let me do it manually. Yeah, usually okay. So, all right. Okay. Sorry for doing other stuff. I was turning on a fan. Let me read the problem description. So basically, there will be a stream of integer input, and you want to basically return the kth smallest value in that stream. This one? I mean, for how much problem I have solved? So okay, 17 problem I have solved. All right, that's not bad. So, yeah, like I said, you're part of a university admission office to need to keep track of the Kth highest test score from application in real time. This helps to determine cutoff marks for interviews and admissions dynamically as new applicants submit their scores. You're tasked to implement a class which, for a given integer k, maintains a stream of test scores and continuously returns the Kth highest test score after a new score has been submitted. More specifically, we're looking for the Kth highest score in the sorted list of all scores. Implement Kth largest class. So in the init function, that will initialize the object with the integer k and the stream of test scores nums. And in the function add adds a new test score val to the stream and returns the element representing the Kth largest element in the pool of test scores so far. So when you see this example, you got k of 3 and you got nums of 4, 5, 8, 2, and that is the initial stream. And when you look at it, the maximum value in the array is 8, the next is 5, next is 4, and next is 2, and third highest test score is 4, obviously. And when you add 3 to it, the current state is that the ordered array having 8, 5, 4 respectively. We don't need 2 because we just simply want to return keep track of the highest third highest score. Fourth score, we don't give a shit. We just toss it out. So yeah, like I said, we only have 8, 5, 4 in the array, and then here you're adding 3. So let's add 3, and that will obviously place this fourth. And you subtract the smallest value in that stream, meaning it's 3 that was being added right there. And you're going to refer to the smallest value in that stream, which is 4. So yeah, that's how the algorithm works. And in order to do that, because we don't want to sort the array every time you add an item, or integer value to the stream, thinking about having an internal heap structure, so it's automatically sorted each time you add the value or subtract value from it. Because okay, so think about minimum heap, min heap, that will always return the smallest value in the stream. So smallest value, if there's only 3 items, like in this example, referring to the root node, will always return the third highest score. So in the add definition, in the add func method, that will add the value, the given value, to the stream, and then subtract one value out of it, and then you refer to the smallest part, which is the root part, and that will be the returning value from that method. And in the initializing script, we can define the internal heap structure, and also putting the initial nums array into the stream, and then remove the surpass. So for example, we only need, in this example, 3 items, then we can remove 1 item from it, so that the length of the stream equals to k. Alternatively, you can do that in add method. I prefer actually having that process in the initialize method, because it has something to do with initializing, and it's responsible for initialization. So I would rather have it in initialize init function. Method. But you can also do that in add to guarantee that the number of items in the stream is always equals to k. That also makes sense actually. But yeah, this time I would like to have that process inside of the init method. So let's just dive right in. So in the initialization method, let's say self k equals to k. This is extremely simple. And hold up, I think my NeoVim is weird. I'm going to restart iterm, hoping that it will fix the problem. Because usually when you hit tab, it's supposed to show me auto completion, but it's not doing that, and I think it's extremely weird. So let me open it up again, and that might have something to do with the earlier visual block error. All right. Yeah, apparently it's not doing auto completion by a tab. I might have changed the config file of Neovim, but I'm not sure. So right now I want to create a stream, heap stream. Let's call this highest. Okay, case highest. Case highest. Or given that given in the instruction we're calling it stream, so we can just name it stream, right? Yeah, that's much better actually. And then let me give it a quick lookup about Python heap. And apparently we have a library, a low-level library called heapq. I think I'm going to use this one. Heap push. Okay, I got how to use it. So let me go up to the top. Import or from import. I really quite often confuse JavaScript import and Python import. Such as from heapq. Okay. Import heap push. I think we're going to be using heap push as well as heap pop. All right, and then heap stream. Okay, so for let's say item in nonce, we're going to call heap push and list. Okay, so list will be heap stream, and then item, which is item. And so we can also, okay, we want to only put items up to k items. So enumerate, that's what I call enumerate nonce, and ith, let's say ith. Hold up, no. Config, no, I think there's no config. Hold up, vim command to check config. Vim rc. Okay, this one. silent. No, wait. GDGF. Code definition, type definition, implementation, resources. As provider, use K to show documentation in preview window. As reference when holding the cursor. Symbol renaming, format and selected code. Okay, GD, go definition, type, go to type, implementation, go reference. Okay. What? I didn't save it? Holy. Okay, let me start it over again. So from heap queue, import heap push and heap pop. And alright, so self stream equals to empty array, and then for, let's say, ith and item, or let's say value in enumerate nums, and when you refer to it, go to, not actually, hold on, go to definition, no, go to type. Okay. Control O. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, so this is int. This is also int. This is also a value is also unknown. What does that mean? Because nums is listed int. Should be int as well. So if ith is less than self k, okay. Hold on. Ith is an index, a k. For example, this is 3. We want ith to be up to 2. So yeah, this condition is good. In other words, if ith is greater than or equal to k, we want to continue. If that is not a case, heap push, and we call stream, and value, we place the value in the array. And let me verify that real quick. Breakpoint. And okay, Kth largest, k nums. Okay, so k is 3 and nums must be 4, 5, 8, 2. Was it 2? Yes. And let me comment this out. And then we can save it. Terminal ev run python this file. Not found UV. Terminal UV Python. Okay. Expected indented block after definition. Expected an indented block after function definition on line. Ah, okay. I got it. Cause, yeah, we haven't implemented anything, so it should throw an error, of course. So let me run this part. List is not defined. Okay, of course. From typing, import list, and that's the way to go. Alright, so once we have this, we can verify that. So self stream, and that's okay, 854, and that's 3 items as I expected. So that's great. I think there's no error implementing this one. Let me check just for security, just to guarantee. Length of self stream equals to k. If not, raise value error. If it meets the expected outcome, then it just goes through. And what I want to do here at the add method, so first heap push. Actually, heap push self stream this value. And heap pop. Heap self string. And then return self stream the root of the string. I think it's good. Let me check. If you add 3, 5, 10, 3, 5, 10. No. 3, 5, 10, 9, 4. Then breakpoint. Terminal. And param. 1 should be 4. 2 should be 5. 3 should be 5 too. And param 4 should be 8. parent 5 should be 8 too. All right. Let me test it. Let me test the logic. So for given any array, let's say array is just hit a random numbers, and k is 2, or let's say 3. Let's say 3. Yeah. And so string and in the first in the first hold up in the first loop, string will look like 3. Oh no, no. This implementation is not correct at all, because you need to first input every item in the heap, and then you want to remove the ones that it's not necessary. And if we're just depending on the size of the array to whether or not to put the value in the stream, we're going to miss something that's really important. So yeah, let's remove this part and delete this part as well. Delete. All right. And then only then I can start to remove things from the items. So what I'm going to do is to removable. Removable will be the length of nums array subtracted by k. So given that, alright, so now we have 1, basing on the example that I'm giving it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 items, and then we got 3 of k. We can remove 2 items. So in order to get 2 out of the number given 5 and 3, 5 subtracted by k is 2. So for in range removable heap pop self string and yeah, that is the correct implementation. Yep. So let me verify it. In the first loop we get 3 in the stream, and in the second loop we get 3 and 6. And in the third loop, we get 3, 6, 6, 8. And in the fourth loop, what do we get? 3, 6, 8, and 9, 90. And in the fifth loop, we get 3, 6, 8, 90, and 100. So that is after the fifth loop. And after that will be, let's say step 6. Step 6. Okay, after that we have removable of, sorry, let me say removable. Okay, in the sixth step we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 3 equals 2. So in the seventh step, we get the most smallest value out of the stream. So smallest value is 3. So we have 6, 8, 90, 100. And in the eighth step, because we want to remove one more, 8, 90, and 100 will remain in the stream. And in the ninth step, which is on line 21st, we'll compare the length of the string, which is 3, up against k, which is 3, and it is equal. They're equal number. So it doesn't raise value error, which is completely fine. And in this case, I would rather, it's rather than a hold on. So this verification is rather handling exception. No, it's rather assertion than handling exception. So I'm going to make a bit of a modification. Assert. And let me confirm this usage of assert is correct. Okay. So let me copy these lines to check if this works on LeetCode platform. In order to copy this, I'm copying everything. No. Okay, I want to copy everything in the clipboard. Let me remember how to do it. So double quotation, plus mark, and shift yank. Okay, good. And let me just submit a test case. Yes, it passes. And how much time has passed? It's 40 minutes. Assertion error has occurred. That's interesting. So what has happened right there? Okay, so first, okay, k is 1 and empty array is given. Oops, 1. Okay, so hold up. Okay, so stream. In the first step, he push. There's nothing to push. Nums are empty, so there's nothing to do. So stream will be empty, just like this, and removable. So that's going to be 0 minus 1. So that's a bit off, but it's going to be 0. Minus 1. And in the third step, there's nothing to do because the removable variable is set to minus 1. And then it goes to the then it goes to the fourth step, which evaluates if stream length of stream, which is 0, equals to k, which is 1. Yeah, that is obviously the edge case that I wasn't taking into consideration right before. So okay. Let me see the task description. Nums length is greater than or equal to 0. K is greater than 1. And k can surpass the length of nums. K can surpass the length of nums. So there might be a case where, yeah, length of stream might be actually lower than k. In that case, but let me think about this case. Let me stick with this example. So minus 1. So that is the initialization. And okay, so removable. Okay, let me assume this has been commented out. And okay, so the initial state is stream, empty stream, k being 1. And let's say you want to add something. In this case, you're adding minus 3. You're adding minus 3. So you push minus 3 to the stream and you pop that value out of it. And then you return the first array in the stream, first element in the stream, which there's no element. So yeah, that was still throw an error, and I think the expectation is to return minus 3. So let me add this test case to see the expected outcome. Let me remove it. And yeah, that will throw an error. removable. Alright, if removable is 1, no, I mean minus value, we don't want to do anything, right? So removable -1, don't remove anything from it. So first improvement is to, okay, if removable is less than 0, then return. And okay, when you add, you need to think before pushing or popping. If length of self stream is greater or equals to greater, for example, it is 3 and you have 3 items, you push, pop, and refer to the smallest. Yeah, that would work. But if you have only 2 items in the stream and the k is 3, you want to return the given item instantly. Self k return value. But before returning the value, I want to heap push self stream val. Okay. So let me verify that. So in this example, first step, no one to push, removable equals -0, so it ends there. And when you give, let's say, -3 as the test case mentioned, when you give -3, add method is called. Because the length of stream is less than k, which is 1, you're going to push -3 to the stream, so you get -3 in the stream, and -3 is returned. And in the fourth loop you get -2, and because the length of stream is equals to 1 and self k equals to 1, it goes to the out of the scope of if scope, and it will push -2 to the heap, and then heap pop smallest is removed, and -2 is returned. And then in the sixth step, you get -4. So -4 is inserted into smallest. And in the seventh step, heap pop smallest is removed, -2. And in the eighth step, you get 0. So that's -2 to 0. And in the ninth step, it will remove -2 out of the stream, given that the only item in this stream is 0, that will return 0. And in the 10th step, you get 4. So 0 plus 4. In the 11th step, you get 0 out of the array, and 4 is returned. That sounds about right. I think that sounds about right. So let me give you another example. So 1, 2. And this can happen because k could be num's length plus 1. So 2 plus 1 equals 3. That can absolutely happen. So in the first step, what will happen? Stream. So 1 is being populated. In the second step, 2 is being populated. And third, removable equals to 2 minus 3 minus 1, like I said. So there's nothing happens. There's nothing to occur. And let's give this instance 0. Let's give this instance 0. So in the fourth step, length of stream is 2 and self k is 3, and it is obviously less than 3. 2 is less than 3. So heap push. So 0 is pushed, and then it returns the value that's given to the function, which is 0. But suppose it was 3 was actually given. 3 was actually given. Then you shouldn't return the given item. So I made a slight error there, which is here. Self stream, the head of self stream. And also um, if you were going to refer to this value, you need to verify if the string length is more than 0. So or hmm. But if we pop from the heap, you don't have that. You don't need to have that condition. So let me say heap pop self string, and then you can return item, because in that case, let's take a look at here. Push 3 into the heap, and in the 5th step you extract 1 out of it, so 2 and 3 remains in the array, and you want to return 1. So yeah, I think that's good. Let me verify my answer. We got something here. -3. -2. -4. 0. 4. Alright. So first, you get no item in the stream, and removable. So in the second step, removable equals to -1. So there's nothing to do. And when you add -3, you get -3. Because the item, okay, so hold up, okay, heap pop, you get nothing, and you get -3, and you return -3, yes. And in the 5th step, you get -2. 6. You extract -2. Just like that. In the 7th, what you get, -4. Okay. That's interesting. -3. That's for smallest. When you get -3, okay, I want my algorithm to look like this. And now, okay, so -2 added. -3 is returned. And actually, -4, -2 is added. -3 will be returned. No test score is submitted. -3 is submitted. Top is -3. -2 is submitted. Mm. -3 is submitted, and hold on, I'm kind of confused. So okay, let me think about this one. So 854 3 comes here, and that will subtract and then return the root. Okay, -3 -2 is submitted. Then remove the smallest, and then you get -2, and then you return -2. Okay, and then -4 is submitted, so -4 -2. 7 and -4 is removed. Okay. And then 8 0 is submitted, -2 0 9 0 and return 0. Okay. And -4 is added. That will look like that. 11 step. Well, you have 4 in it, and returns 4. Okay. All right. So this is good, and let me see other people's solution. My mouse doesn't work. All right, now it's working. So I took a look at other people's solution once before, and I remember seeing implementation of heap. Actually, I'm now currently using heap. So 703 here. Okay, I realized that I don't have to. Okay, and then we can remove. Hold up. All right. All right. Base. Okay. Okay, almost 2 hours. Clock. Okay, let's go. So, self k equals k, self stream equals nums. No. Empty array. And for value in nums equals self add value. And so for from typing import list from heap queue import heap pop heap push heap push self stream and val if length of self stream is larger than self k, then you want to heap pop self stream and return self stream the top. All right. 2 minutes. All right, that's it for this problem. I'll see you in the next problem. I'll see ya.